me see here. Yeah, I think we're live now. All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome to the interview today with James and Hannah. We do this monthly teach entrepreneur interview every month. If you miss any of the previous ones, I will share a link so you can watch all the recordings. And today we have Hannah with us for this round of teach entrepreneur interview. We're gonna focus on talking about the social media posting. I think which is kind of a big challenge to many teacher entrepreneurs. We're gonna talk about that, and Hannah gonna share a lot of insights as well. So before we get started, I always want to check on the technical side to make sure everyone can
Mm.
hear us and see us okay. So we are broadcasting this interview to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the same time. So if you are watching at any of these platforms, please let us know if you can see us and hear us okay. All right, I'm seeing Sandeep from LinkedIn. Hey, let us know if you guys can see us and hear us okay. And and don't hesitate to comment in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in, where you're watching this video, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself to share that with us as well. And we're gonna get started in a few minutes before everybody can find us on the social media. But in the meantime, right, tell us if you can see us and hear us okay on the social media platform, whichever you are using right now. So I'm seeing Christy, hey, all good on LinkedIn. All right, I'm seeing
Thanks,
Ann
Christy.
and Taylor, yeah, from YouTube. We can hear you. Rick Toms, Mexico. Hi, Rick. Marie, all good there on LinkedIn. I'm not seeing any. Oh, Facebook. Yeah, Rick is on Facebook. Marie, Sandra. Hey, guys. And Taylor.
Hi.
Hey, Sophia, David. Good. Yeah, we're getting more people here now. Awesome. So we have Hannah today. I will let her introduce herself in just 1 minute too. So I want to
Mhm.
start with my introduction. I know probably I would say 80% of you guys have followed me, probably know me very well. Just for the other 20%, my name is James Liu. I'm a business coach. I'm a business coach for teachers who want to go independent and get their own students online. So I've been doing this for over 3.5 years. We started in January 2019. So we have been helping teachers, ESL teachers mostly, in the past 3.5 years, helping them with the marketing, sales, online teaching, the business skills, so that they can get their own students online. We have helped over 3,500 teachers through one-on-one coaching, group coaching so far. So if you're interested in what we do, don't hesitate to message me or take a look at my profiles, my contents, the stuff we share, right? If you're interested in working with us, we have a 7 challenge, 20 challenge, and other things we can help you with. All right, so that's just about me. And now I want to turn it to Hannah. And okay, so just so you know, guys, don't hesitate to click on the like button on the live session so that the platform can help us promote the live session to more people and they can easily find us. Okay, that's all from me. I'm gonna turn it to Hannah. Let her share some introduce herself to you guys. Hey, Hannah.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really pleased
No
to be here
worries.
and share
No
my
worries.
story. So, yeah, I'm Hannah. I'm a teacher entrepreneur. I started this journey last year, February 2021, officially, with the 21-day challenge. Before that, I was a traditional teacher in language schools in Sydney, Australia, in London, UK, and now I live in Verona, in Italy. So I've been teaching for probably 12 years or so now. And yeah, I entered into this amazing experience of becoming a teacher entrepreneur. And now I work with HR managers who are working in multinational companies and need better English skills. So that's a bit about me. Um, how did I start this journey? It's probably going to be your next question.
Yeah, I mean, yes. So you've been a teacher for over 12 years, working at a language school. Got all these certificates that you need. I guess people might wonder, yeah, why not? How did you end up having your own business and teaching HRs? How did you get it started?
Mhm. Absolutely, yeah. So, probably like a lot of people, I started my business because of the results of the pandemic. Over here in Italy, I was actually on maternity leave. I was just starting to get back into a bit of part-time teaching work with my daughter, living with her grandparents at the time. And what happened was with the pandemic, all the schools in Italy shut down for lockdown. And so I was at home with my husband and our baby girl. And of course, I couldn't work. I had to look after her. So I lost my job. And yeah, so really after quite a few months of thinking about what I should do and not being able to find any employment online, I started thinking about finding my own students, and that's where the journey began in 2020. So
Mm.
unfortunately, I had a lot of issues finding students. I tried to sign up to a lot of websites to share to share my profile. Couldn't really find anyone through that. Then I tried to start Facebook groups and all kinds of things, watch YouTube trainings, and was not going very well until I came across James Liu. Your ebook is what got me really thinking about niche teaching, and then I joined the challenge.
Yeah, I remember that was April or
February.
February,
Yeah,
February
February last year.
2021. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's been over a year now. It's
Yeah.
good, and you joined the 21 challenge. You learn a lot,
Uh-huh.
and I think you continue with the inner circle and just continue working with us in the past year and a half. Yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel? I mean, sometimes you just can't. You just can be very surprised. Okay, it's already been 1 year and a half. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm pinching myself sometimes. Like when I think about my previous working life and what I'm doing now, it's just completely different and so exciting, to be running my own business. And
Yeah,
I never thought I was capable of it, but you can do amazing things when you change your mindset, basically.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I think the same thing to me. I started my business in January 2019.
Mm.
Yeah, so when I first started a business, I was like, okay, just starting a business, just getting people to know you, sell your services. Then after 3.5 years, you feel like, oh, that's just more, much, much more than you thought it was. I think what I really appreciate is this transformation. Like you really, literally see yourself sort of becoming a different person, like, every day, every month, right? And the things you are doing right now, you couldn't even imagine doing it maybe like a year ago, right? So
No.
I think that's the amazing part to me. I feel like if I can get this business successful, I can get anything done. So I just have that feeling. But good to have you here, Hannah. And we have a lot of people watching right now. Some of them is commenting here. We have Joanne. Hello, Joanne. And Claudine, Montreal. We have people from Montreal, from Canada, US, Toronto.
Wow.
We also have people from Spain. Leah from Spain. Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to this interview. Cameron, Ashu. Excuse me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Hi Jack from Barcelona. People from Florida. Great, and the North
Hi, Tanya.
Wales, Italy. Somebody from Italy here.
Ciao.
Ciao, Hannah is also having this interview in Italy, and some teachers from airlines. It's great. I mean, it's like all over the place. Oh yeah, Dylan, Colombia, awesome. UK,
Wow.
Colorado, US. Oh, there's just so many. Poland. We have also teachers from Poland now. Sunny Florida. Hey, Christy. It's good. In India. Hey, Sandeep from India, Mexico, and Lee from Finland. Yeah, we interviewed Lee last month. If you guys
Mhm.
missed that interview with Lee, how to find your voice in marketing in your business, don't forget to watch that one. Hi Lee, and also teacher from France, South Africa. So nice to have you all here today, guys. I know social media posting is a big pain points to teachers, and you guys gonna love what we're gonna share today. We have Heather from Spain as well. Serbia, Germany. I don't know. It's like over 20 countries. In the UAE, hello. Hi
Amazing.
guys, great to see you guys all here. So I know today we're gonna talk about social media posting, make a post, what to post, and how to post, right? And we're gonna talk about that. Definitely get into it. But before that, I know one question a lot of teachers might be interested in. I want to ask that, right? It's been a year and a half now, Hannah, since you started business.
Mhm.
So uh, I think you summarize your journey very well. But just one thing a lot of teachers might be interested in knowing is what is the biggest mistake? So we don't talk about the success. We don't talk about the progress. Let's say what is the biggest mistake you have ever made in your business? And share with us.
Can I say it's hard to choose just one? Okay.
That's right.
No,
The
the
biggest
biggest,
mistake.
yeah. For sure, I think when I started the business after the challenge, I got quite a few students quite quickly. And so, what I did, the mistake I made was to really just focus on teaching and my service, which, of course, obviously, that's a good thing to do. But I put all of my work and my efforts into improving my program and my service. And I really slacked off on the other side, which you always say to us, James, is we have to work both on the business and in the business. So if you're so busy that you're not finding time to do all of the normal things you need to do to continue your business, like marketing and sales and posting, then when your students finish your course, you won't have anyone else lined up. So that was my main mistake that I learned from after the first few months. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, big time, right? So you're not alone on this for sure. So what happens is, when people join the 21 challenge, finish it in inner circle, so we're seeing like two different challenges. One, teachers are getting stuck, not making progress, not getting students. There's so many things they have to fix, right?
Mhm.
And the other thing is some teachers getting results very quickly. I know some teachers even getting students like before the 21 challenge finishes. I think one or two teachers actually in the August group we just finished, they got students even before the 21 challenge finishes. And then, just like you said, oh my God, I got a student now. I'm just focused on teaching the
Mhm.
students, right? Working on the
Mhm.
program and delivering. That's great. That should be your focus. But one thing is, they just stopped working on their business. Stop doing marketing, stop doing sales. So then, when their students finished in 3 months, they were like, "Oh my God, where's my next student? Where's
Yeah.
my next student?" Right? So it's so important to. I mean, that's a very good reminder for all the teachers, right? Because teachers tend to like YouTube, just go to school and teach, working in classroom or in class. They now you wear another hat, being an entrepreneur, being the owner of your business. You need to work on your business. If you don't drive your business forward, don't get students, and then you just don't have another student. And also the routine, probably we can talk about that too. Like you just stop doing marketing for a few months. It's hard to get back to that routine, like sending connection requests, posting, right? That's something like it's not easy to, I'm just gonna get right back in. It's just take some time to get back to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. The period after I had and finished my students, but then I had kind of nothing. So I was starting to think about, getting back into that. It took a while to get my head back into the game, to really think, oh, what am I going to prioritize? And actually, what I ended up doing was spending a lot of time focusing on my content. And that's where I also realized I was having some challenges. So spending too much time on content and getting really
Right,
stuck.
right.
Yeah.
Good. So now let's move on to the next topic about the content. So
Mm.
before that, guys, if you have enjoyed this interview, you want more people to see the interview online, please help us click on the like button and also comment. I see a lot of comments from here. I'm seeing teachers from Scotland, uh, Maria, okay, and also Canada. That's great. Great to have you guys all here. Yeah, don't hesitate to click on the like button if you have enjoyed the interview so far. So now let's get to the part of the posting challenge. So I know maybe some of the teachers that are watching this interview right now followed you, because all of you guys are in the inner circle. So one thing I know for sure is I think Hannah's content or posts are really good. Right, so I have a really high standard myself. What is good? So when I say it's good, it's good. So and it didn't just get there easily. So Hannah has spent a lot of time really understanding the content, figuring out. So I want you to tell us like how this journey looked like. I know you had all the challenges at first and try to figure it out. Maybe we can start from there, and then we're gonna share the 3 tips I showed you guys. Right, we're gonna talk about that right after this. Yeah.
Yeah, great. That's a great description. And thank you. I feel embarrassed that you said that my content. Thank you.
It is.
So yeah, I mean, when I started, like, as I said before, that period of when I didn't have students, I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? How am I going to get students again? And so I really, really invested a lot of time and effort into improving my content, because I thought that is going to be the way to get myself back out there again. So the main problem I had in the beginning was just that I just didn't know where to get ideas from. I would just every day come and sit down on my computer and like start with a blank slate. I'll have my coffee and say, okay, am I going to do a post, a text post? Am I going to do a video? Am I going to do a poll? And then I would think about that. And I go, okay, so what's my idea? Oh no, but I wrote about that last week. I can't write about that again. And, I just didn't have any system for remembering and recording what I'd done already and then thinking of new ideas or different ideas. So I put a lot of pressure on myself every day to come up with something really original, something really high quality. And sometimes what happened was I spent so much time on the post, like 1 or 2 hours even, that then I didn't have enough time for the other things, right? Connecting and stuff. So I think we have to find a balance. The content is important, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. The mechanism that drives your marketing and your sales, right?
Hannah, let's pause here. So I want to see how many people who are watching right now actually resonated with what you said. Okay, so guys, right? Have you had challenges like what Hannah described, right? Sitting there not knowing what to post and how to post, and can't remember what you posted before, and just don't know what's the content ideas you can have to post. If that resonates with you and that is the challenge you have right now, let's comment yes. All right, let's see how many of you guys actually resonate with that. So if you feel like that's you, right? Sitting there like spending 2 hours just trying to put together a post, and then you don't have time for other things, right? If that is you, put down yes. Let's see how many of you guys are suffering from this, right? And I guess a lot of people are gonna say yes. I'm seeing all the yes here. Joanne, yes. Somebody, LinkedIn and Joanne, Tonia, yes. Vanna, oh my. An hour and a half for a post. Yes. Adriana, 80, hey. Spending hours from nothing to show. Yes. Enrique, yes. Colette, yes. Gulia. I mean, so many yes. 100%. Sue, right? Ink, Heather, been there, right? That's me, Maria. Oh my God. So it was gonna keep going. There's so many yes now. Sandra, Sandy. Okay, guys, we hear you. Okay, that's why we have this interview here. And so, first of all, you shouldn't spend like 2 hours on post and then without doing other things. As Hannah said, right? Everything connect each other. When you don't have a big enough network, it doesn't matter how good a content is, nobody's gonna see, right? If you are bad at DMing, bad at sales, even you got great content, it's not gonna work. But content's really important here because it's gonna help you build this community, get people engaged with you, and if you know what to post and how to post, get engagements, right? It gives you the confidence too. So one of the things why I said Hannah's content is good is not because you can see the post of is very well structured, a good storytelling. It's not only that, I'm seeing a lot of engagements she has with her niche. Like you can see actually HRs commenting on her posts. But that's important. A lot of teachers in the inner circle, right, or in the 21 challenge, they have a lot of comments, but all from teachers. So you're not communicating with your niche. But Hannah is able to get these comments from HRs commenting on her post. That's why I think that's a great sign, right? You are engaging, you are listening, you know what to post, so that resonates with your niche. Okay. So I think just people can't wait to hear more about this, right? So now we're gonna move on to the next part. We're gonna talk three tapes today to help you guys understand a little bit better how to improve your post, how to come up post ideas. The three tapes. Number one, learn from your niche. Number two, find your own voice in posting, right? Number three is streamline and create systems for posting. So we're gonna start with the first one. Let me get the banners out there. So learn from your niche. So I'll let Hannah talk about this, how she feels about it. I have something to share as well to help you guys. So I'll let Hannah talk about it first.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, James. So yeah, learning from your niche. I mean, it seems obvious, right? That's the point where you need to start with creating your posts. But of course, it's really hard in the beginning when you don't know your niche very well, when you're just starting out. So the first place where you can start is thinking about the challenges that your niche have. So where do they want to get to with their English? So do they want to have a better position, a promotion, maybe feel more confident in their job? And where are they now? What's stopping them from getting there, right? So that's the service we provide. And in our content, we want to introduce these problems to our niche, because sometimes they're not even always aware of the problems and solutions that we can offer. So you really have to start by thinking about what the challenges are your niche are currently facing. If you don't know, okay, you can do research, right? So you can, for example, my niche is HR managers. Okay, so I can look in Google like job ads for HR managers, right? What are the responsibilities that they have in their job, right? So I might look through the list of key responsibilities and think, well, which of these do they need to communicate in? Okay, which of these involve communication, right? So is that talking on the telephone? Is that presenting in meetings? Is it giving interviews? Now, as English teachers, we can bring our own experience into that. So we can guess, we can predict, right? I think that if my niche is HR and they have to give interviews in English, what problems are they going to have? Okay, related to all of my experience teaching people who don't speak English, probably they're going to have problems with asking questions. Questions tend to be really hard. Maybe they're shy and they don't know what to do if they don't understand the other person in the interview. So kind of put yourself in their shoes and imagine, what does their day look like? How do they need to use English to communicate? And start with some of those problems, okay? Once you do get to know your niche a little bit more, you're going to learn from them, from your strategy sessions when you talk to them, from your DM, your personal messages that you have discussions with, or even maybe comments they write on your posts or your polls. And you need to keep track of that, because you'll start to see after a certain amount of time that they will be repeating the same problems again and again. And that's the gold. I've just heard a echo of my own
It's me. Don't
voice.
worry
Is
about
it
it.
okay?
Yeah, it's
All
okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have that information, that's where you start with your posts. Okay. Giving solutions, not how to do it, but what they need to do. Okay. That's where you start with your posts related to your niche. Have you got anything to add to that,
Yeah.
James? Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have something to add here. Very quickly, I really like the part you said doing some research.
Mm.
Okay, here's the thing. I was surprised, right? How easy it is to research your niche and how many teachers are not doing it. Okay, so some teachers say, "Oh, I want to teach, let's say, psychologists." Then you just go on YouTube, just search, what do psychologists do? What does a psychologist day look like? You just search on YouTube, and you spend like 1 hour, 2 hours watching these videos, you feel like you know them already. Okay. And that's the easiest thing you can do. And by watching what they do, and as Hannah suggested, when they do it, let's say speaking to their clients and doing presentation, you can kind of guess what the problem they might have, right? When it comes to English communication and presentation, right? Not only that, not only okay the challenges they have, but also like really knowing them, like understanding them, right? They're gonna help you creating content too. So Hannah gonna talk about this, but the content, the posts on social media shouldn't only be related to your business. Okay, you heard me right. So when you do posting on social media, it shouldn't always be like, oh, this is what I do, and there's something related to my business, something is related to the challenge I can solve. No, that's not how you use social media. Social media, people come to social media to make friends, to connect each other, right? So let's say Hannah has a HR post. Hannah can post something about HRs that has nothing to do with her business, but she can't do that if she doesn't know about HRs, right? So she knows about HRs that allows her to post something that has nothing to do with HRs. And Hannah, you told me one example that you made. I think one post you made about HR. If you want to share with the teachers, like the post you made about HRs that I think undervalued, how they undervalue something, or
Yeah. I mean, because I follow, the people that I follow, the thought leaders within HR, even if they're not potential clients of mine, I follow the big voices, and they talk about the trending topics, right? So when you notice that, you can create a post about that or a poll. So for example, for me, I noticed that a lot of HR were complaining because after the pandemic, they felt like everybody was expecting them to solve all the recruitment problems and the working from home problems, but nobody really cared who HR were or understood them. And there was a real feeling about that. They were really they felt they hated that. And so I asked a question. I made a poll, is HR undervalued as a job? And it was kind of polarizing. So everybody came out and they're like, yes, of course it's undervalued. Nobody understands what we do. Nobody appreciates what we do. And I had so many great discussions with people from that were not related to the business. And it was great just to get some engagement and really
yeah,
hear
yeah.
people's personal stories.
Yeah. And that's not something you do to promote your business, but that's something you do to engage with your community, right? So you are on social media, you're not just alone, you have a community, all the ones that connect with you, all the ones in the network with you. And you make this post to share your view, to provide a platform for people to connect and talk about things that they care about, right? So I have an example. One of my posts I did a month ago. So just one thing I learned from my niche, right? I'm working with language teachers, I'm working with the ESL teachers. I realized many of our clients can speak more than one language. So I just made a poll the other day on LinkedIn. Was like, hey, language teachers tend to be language learners, and how many languages do you speak? And they just have the poll like one language, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Just a simple poll like that has nothing to do with my business, has nothing to do with starting a business, teaching business, nothing. But it gives people a place to engage with each other, right? And that poll got, I think, 12,000 views, like hundreds of votes, and people are actually talking to each other. So that is how you serve this community. When people see you, of course, they see your titles, your name, they know what you do, right? So this is what you can learn from your niche, right? Besides the challenges, the obstacles you can help them solve, but also what they do on a daily basis, what type of work they do, and what they want to talk about, right? Following influencers, what Hannah suggested is also a great way to stay on top of the niche, what they're doing, what they're talking about, right? All of things you can learn from a niche just by simply searching or researching on them, just going on YouTube, following some influencers, read some books your HR, your niche reads, right? Just like that. And so some teachers say, oh, James, I'm just a teacher. No, you're not. If you want to have the niche business successful, you're not just a teacher. You're a coach, you're a specialized coach helping this particular group of people, right? So that's definitely what you guys gonna do. So does it make sense to you guys? If what we said, right, Hannah and what said makes sense to you guys, comment niche in the chat. Niche, so that we know it makes sense to you, understand what we're saying here, learn from a niche, comment with the niche in the chat if everything we share with makes sense to you. So Hannah, do you have anything to add before we move on to the next topic?
No, I think that was really well said. As you said, having a variety. It's not just about your business, and it's not just about giving, education or value posts. It's also about, yeah, engaging with the people, the interests they have. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, we have Joanne here, niche, 80 niche, LinkedIn
Mm.
user niche. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So learn from a niche and understand them. See yourself, not just an English teacher. I don't care what you do. I'm just here to teach you. Say goodbye to that, okay? You're not gonna do that. If you do that, you're a general teacher. People pay you $20, $15 because you're just a teacher. You want to specialize yourself. How come you can specialize yourself? You don't even know what they do, right? You just claim, oh, I'm a coach for HRs. Then you don't even know what HRs do. I'm a coach for software engineers. You don't even know what they do, right? You have to learn from them. The more you learn from them, the more you know what to say on social media that can actually engage with your niche. It's just like that. Now we got more niches now. Hey, Sophia, Sevilla, Galia. It's yeah, Jack, I needed to hear this. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. So we're gonna more here, Ivana. Yep. So now we're gonna move on to the next tip. Okay, so this is about learning from your niche. I think this is gonna contribute a lot of ideas to your content. All right, content. We're gonna move on to the next one. Next one is to find your own voice. Again, I'll let Hannah talk about it first. I will comment if I need to. Hannah, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think this is something that we don't really think about in the beginning. I think we just think about, solving problems, solving problems. So the next thing that's really important is to show who you are. And I'm not just talking about in your style of posts, okay, the images that you show or your branding. I'm also talking about discussing what you take a stand on. And because when you take a stand or a position on something that's different from the norm, that's outside of the status quo, that's when people say, hang on, okay, wait, this person is not just regurgitating the same old stuff. They have an expertise, they have a position. So what I mean about that is thinking about, what is it about you and your business that's different from what they can get with any English teacher, with any language school or grammar books. So that could be, how you teach, your style of teaching, maybe that you really strongly believe in accent reduction, that accent is, the best way for people to get a job in a new country. Or on the other hand, maybe you really don't like grammar, you're against grammar, and you want to teach through music or through podcasts or something. And so a lot of your content can come from showing, this is my stand, I believe in this, and this is how I'm different from others. And when you do that, you're not going to please everyone, right? But you don't want to please everyone. You want to attract people who like you for who you are, and they will want to work with you because there are people out there who would like to learn English through music or through podcasts, or they've had a bad experience in the past learning through grammar and they find it really boring. So, differentiating yourself through your style can be a great one. Another way is through your approach, your values. Like, what do you value in your life? Okay, so maybe you think that it might be more important to be confident than to be perfect in English. Okay, so maybe that comes from your own experience of learning a language, or maybe it comes from experiences where you've overcome personal situations and you realize that being confident is more important than being perfect at what you do. So when you share these personal values through even your own stories, which are the best way, I think, to share them, people will be attracted to that because they'll go, yeah, that's right. That's how I feel. And again, they'll want to work with you. So for me, being different is actually the best way to stand out in social media. It doesn't mean you have to be controversial about everything, of course, but
Yeah,
just choose a
yeah,
few things, right, that are
yeah,
uniquely you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And just don't follow the norm, don't follow the status quo. Just if you have your own voice, you have a different understanding, perspective, don't hesitate to share that. And I resonate with that very much because that's really what I do too. So there are a lot of business coaches, right? And they might have different ways of helping teachers, right? Our approach is okay. You need to have a niche. You need to have a proof of concept before you can scale, right? There have been many times, teachers come to me. They were like, James, I just wanted to launch my digital course right now. Right now, can you help me? I was like, sorry, I can't because you don't have a niche. You can do massive selling on like with the $9 per copy for online course, but I don't think that's gonna be the best way to do it. So you have to really narrow down, have a niche, have your proof of concept. Of course, some people decide to work with me because that makes sense to them, and some teachers just don't want to work with me because they just want to have that done, the digital course first, right? So I have my belief in it. So this is the best approach. I don't think other people's approach is the best, but I respect others' approaches, right? So I think and also I always say, hey, you don't need a website to start a business, and some people might be might disagree with me, but there's always, you believe in something, don't hesitate to share that with your audience. And you're not going to please everyone. The thing is, you don't need everyone to have a successful business. I was doing some calculations with some teacher. Hey, how many clients do you need to make 6 figures in a year? Not gonna be like more than 100 clients to make 6 figures, right? And any niches have probably thousands, even like millions, right? You don't need to please everyone. You don't need to be like everyone gonna believe in me, like what I do. It's not. And also speaking of for teachers, right? You have different views. For example, some teachers, a lot of teachers do communication, but the focus is different. To some teacher, maybe okay, in order to improve your communication skills in English, you really need to work on your pronunciation because pronunciation is everything. If people don't understand you, now it's useless because nobody gonna understand you, right? And some people gonna be maybe gonna say, hey, pronunciation is all about listening, like listening actively. No, it's a different approach. But if you believe in it, don't hesitate to voice, be vocal about it, to let people know about it. Don't hesitate. Oh, I just want to be the same as others. It's not going to help you with your business. Yeah, I think that's how, my understanding. Find your own voice, guys. What do you guys think? Right? Any questions about this? If you resonate with what we said here, if you think this is going to be very helpful, comment with voice so we know that you are with us right now. Voice, comment with voice. If this is you think it's going to be the right approach for you to comment with voice. Okay. So before we move on to the next one, Hannah, anything to comment add here? Find your way. I really like your perspective here. I think it's going to be super helpful for many teachers.
Yeah, I just think maybe some people, they think that they don't have a voice, and
Yeah.
maybe they think, well, what's different about me? How can I make myself different? But just go back and think about your own experience. Have you had any moments where you had success with a student because you tried something different with them and you found that
Exactly.
that worked? Maybe you just stepped out of the traditional textbook, or even um, you had a learning experience, and even if it's not related to language, you did something different that really worked for you. You had a different approach. Anything, you will have a story that makes you unique. Nobody else can copy your life stories and experiences. So everybody does have a
Mm.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't know the answer to that question, where's my voice? Don't worry, okay? You're gonna know more about it as you go, right?
Mhm.
If you just graduate from the challenge in August this month, right? it's just going to take some time. Or if you have never even taught a student before, no, this is going to come later, right? But just remember voice. When you have the voice, don't let it go, right? Think on it. If you really believe in it, now make that your own voice in your content, right? Don't hesitate to share that with others. Now, people are gonna, whoever believe in it. I can't tell you guys how many teachers come to us and work with us just because they believed in what I said, right? They believed they don't need a website when they first started business. They believed they need to niche down. They don't want to do general teaching anymore. They believed they have to work this process one step at a time, the niche, the foundation, marketing, POC, scaling, right? So people are not buying your service. They're buying your beliefs. Okay, remember that. People don't buy your service, don't buy your products. They buy you and your beliefs. And don't hesitate to have this voice, just express them in your content, right? Don't hesitate to do that. And I'm seeing a lot of voice here, many voice here. I think it really resonates with the audience here. Hey guys, thanks for commenting. Daniel, hello, Daniel and Jack. It makes so much sense. I've got a lot of ideas moving in my head. That's great, great. Laurie, so many of you. Cheryl, hey, good to see you here, Cheryl. Yeah, Joan. Okay, guys. This is the second one. We talk about learn from your niche. The second one is find your own voice. We're gonna move on to the next one, which is the last one. Streamline and create systems. Okay. Again, Hannah, no, you go first.
Yeah, I know. I love to talk about this, but for most people, the idea of organizing things is so boring. And I used to think that way as well. I like to really be spontaneous and think of, my post ideas every day. But I quickly realized that after a while, it was just going to save me so much time and therefore money by organizing and creating systems and processes for storing, filing, and keeping my ideas in the one place. So it's comes down to avoiding that situation of sitting in front of your computer and trying to create a unicorn every morning, something completely fresh and original. First of all, you got to start with some brainstorming. Okay. Keeping your ideas in one place and thinking about how can I not repeat my ideas every single week. So what I recommend is keeping one document, and there's so many apps for that. You can put it on your phone, you can put a Google Drive, or even just one notebook that you keep with you. And every time that you come up with new ideas, you file it under a certain content idea. Okay. So the content ideas are related to what you're posting about. Okay. We don't want to post about everything under the sun, because it's the same as when you are being a general teacher, right? If you're posting about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. So think back to, what are your niche's problems? What are your niche's dreams? And what are your niche's interests? Okay. And try to categorize your ideas into those 3 content buckets. The next thing is how to use those ideas. Okay. So when you have created your posts, you want to have a calendar for knowing what you've created, what you've posted, and when. Because at some certain point, you're going to want to reuse your posts. You're going to want to recycle them.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be, guessing or scrolling back through your LinkedIn feed trying to say, when did I post this? Okay. So just
a lot of people do that, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I did that as well in the beginning. I really recommend from the beginning having a kind of system that you are just keeping your post text. So don't directly write your post on LinkedIn or Facebook, but write it in a document, file it, write the date, keep the link to your LinkedIn post that you posted, and then in the future you'll always have it, even if, I don't know, you get locked out of your LinkedIn account or something, or anything could happen, right? Your computer breaks down, you always have those posts and you can come back to them. So the other thing that's really important is to audit your posts. So what I tend to do is every month I go back and I look at my posts that I've done and I see which ones were popular, the ones that got really good engagement. And then I save those and I try and reuse them again, but in a different way, right? So if I had a text post and it got really good engagement, that topic, then I go back and I might create a carousel or I might create a video. So I'm not, reinventing the wheel every month, but I'm also improving the quality of my posts because I'm getting rid of the ones that didn't do well, or maybe I'm adjusting them slightly, and then I'm reusing them in the future. Because at some point in the future, you want to, when you scale, you want to delegate the posting to someone else, right? In fact, in September, I'm going to be, formally delegating all of my posting to my VA because I have actually 3 months worth of content, all stored and filed that she can just post. Of course, I will go and engage with people, but sometimes I might be in a lesson. Sometimes my daughter might be sick. So it's great to know that having that filed and organized, that you can actually give it to someone else, means that you will be consistent. And that is the main thing, being consistent. When what happened to me a lot, because I do have a young child, is that some days my daughter would be sick and I couldn't get online. That was the reality. So I didn't post.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that if you're starting to build an audience and some fans or whatever you want to call them, people coming and expecting your content, and then you just don't show up one day, well, they're not going to look out for you, are they? They don't rely on you. So if you, of course, maybe you can't afford to have a VA at your stage in the business, you can use a scheduling app or something to create your posts in advance, line them up, and so that they're posted every day at the same time, and people will know that you're going to post that day.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and you can't use VA, you can't use apps if you don't have a system in place. Okay, the system is so important, and I want to maybe just broaden it a little bit more. The systems in general for business, okay, is super important. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of teachers, and I was wondering why some teachers, they just kind of stuck at 2 to 3 clients every month. They never got like beyond that. And the more I thought about it, I think the more I know that it's because of the system. So they don't have a system in place. They are not organized. When they get too many students, they just don't have time for anything because they're not organized. They don't have a system. Then, they try to get more students. Then they just, the system just stops them. They have to stop a lot of things, right? So system not only about the posting system, the system you have in place for everything, right? If you're not organized, you need to do better. Otherwise the business is gonna be limited by the fact that you're just not organized. Okay, so the system is super important. I just want to emphasize that a little bit more. And with the post system, as what Hannah said, the system allows you to be more diversified on what you post, so you don't repeat the same content, same post because you don't remember, right? And also it allows you to recycle them, so you don't have to make new posts all the time. And I think I mentioned that a lot of times now. You can always recycle, but maybe change the format a little bit, improve the content a little bit, but you don't have to create a new content every day, and you can't do that if you don't have a system. That allows you to diversify your content, also recycle your content, right? So this is the systems, and if you guys resonate with this, you feel like you need a system, or you have a system, you feel like system is important, let's comment with system in the chat. I want to see how many of you guys actually feel this is important to you, to your business, right? So yeah, somebody asking you what time of the day do you post, Hannah?
I post at 8 o'clock in the morning in Italy local time, but
Yeah,
my niche is here in Italy mainly.
yeah. If that's no, it depends on your needs, right? When your
Mm.
needs gonna be active. How often do you post?
5 days a week,
5 days a week.
sometimes six.
Yeah. I post every day because I have a system and V is posting it for me. I think having somebody helping you, another benefit you mentioned already is like being able to be very consistent, right?
Mm.
You're on vacation, you're with your kids, it's the post goes out, right? With this, if someone is helping you, or if you have a scheduling app to help you with that. All right, guys. So this is the last topic: streamline and create a system. And if you feel a system is important, comments with system. I see a lot of people here, Laurie. Uh, yeah, Laurie and Thomas. So many people. Sylvia, Cheryl, system. Okay, that's great. All right, system. So these are our last tapes. Last tape here. I wanted to pause here to see if you guys have more questions about any of the tapes we shared. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments so we can handle. We're gonna help you guys with as many questions as possible. So this is the and while you guys putting down the questions, I also wanted to talk about the 21-day challenge. Okay, I know some of you guys probably don't know about 21 challenge or thinking about it. I think a lot of you guys already done the 21 challenge. I can see your name. I know your name. So if you haven't done the 21-day Teach 100% challenge, I want to quickly talk about that. So the 21-day challenge is a group training. Group training we offer every month to help teachers get started with their business. And Hannah started the 21 challenge. A lot of teachers right now watching this video are already done the 21 challenge. So it's a great starting point if you feel like no interested, like okay, this can be something you want to do. As a teacher entrepreneur, having your own business, starting your own business, charging a higher rate. So definitely try the 21 challenge. And I prepared a link. So link for you guys. All right, so that has 35% discount. I will drop it in the comments. So if you want to take the 21 challenge, there's 35% discount there for you to use to take the 21 challenge. Yeah, we're gonna answer some questions, but before that, I will ask Hannah. So since you've done the 21 challenge, some of them might have not done the 21 challenge yet. So what would you say, like any takeaways or how you want to encourage people to take the 21 challenge if they haven't done it?
I just think it's like you'll be unbelievably amazed how good you can be at learning a new skill, right? When you have a group with you, a mentor to encourage you and guide you. If you really want this, you will be incredibly amazed what you can do, and the fears you can overcome, and the mindset that you can create and transform your life. You'll be amazed.
Okay, that's a little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit more than I expected. But yes, it's a great program. Do it. Okay. Yes, we promote it every month. Yes, I know that, but still, a lot of teachers are hesitant. But there's nothing to lose, right? Do the 25 challenge. Figure it out if there's something you like, and maybe you don't like it, maybe you like it, right? It's nothing to lose there. All right, guys. Yeah, so I shared the link with you guys. If you want to do the 21 challenge, the 35% discount there you can take. All right, so now let's take a look at some questions, okay? And before you leave, right, make sure you click on the like button if you feel like this interview has helped you. You really learned something from it. Help us like the post the interview, okay? All right, see some questions here, okay? Okay. All right. So Hannah, I don't know how to analyze my engagement. What counts as good engagement? What do you think, Hannah?
For
Hannah.
me, hi Hannah. For me, I value my engagement based on who is liking and commenting, not on how many. So if I think James mentioned earlier, once I started getting engagement from my actual niche rather than other English teachers, I realized that my posts were really resonating. So if you start getting likes and comments even from your niche, then you know that you're onto a good thing for sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mm.
So some metrics: the number of likes, number of comments, number of views, the reach, right? These are the metrics you can follow to kind of analyze your engagement, right? But I would say how want to see how many people actually from your niche liked your post, comment on your post, right? So that is more important than the total number of likes and engagement. You want to see more engagement from your niche. Okay, that's a good answer. Thank you, Hannah. Next one. So if you have more questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask. Organization is easily to my weakest skill. Could you do some content sometime about setting up organizational system for those of us who aren't naturally organized? Right now, Alan, I think you're in the inner circle, right, Alan? I think you're in the inner circle. So I was talking to Hannah the other day. Actually, we're gonna plan to have an inner circle workshop in October. I think October for just to let Hannah show her like her way of organizing things, the calendar thing in the workshop in October. Okay, so we have something planned for September already. So I have to wait until October or even November. I'll keep you guys posted. Okay. Thank you, Ellen. System is vital. It's good. Thanks for sharing that. If there's a template for good system, what do you think, Hannah?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by a template. I mean, I have a calendar that I've created that I use, but probably you can find things online. I think it depends on how you want to organize something, right? Uh, there's there's probably people might use an Excel spreadsheet. People might use Google Documents, kind of.
Even Trello, like
Yeah,
the software you can use.
yeah.
Yeah, it can be simple. I still use Google Sheets. I think it's
Mhm.
pretty handy. It's just a table that can help you organize, right? So it's really what works for you. Start simple, right? Don't think about don't complicate things. Just start simple. Some teachers I know they're actually using a Word document. All the posts they post and then they actually label the day they post it. Yes, it can be a good starting point, right? Something can be more comprehensive, but getting started with being more organized and having a system is better than no not doing it at all. Okay, Joan can't say enough good things about 21 challenge. Thank you, Joan. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, Lee, how have you organized your post category topics by dates?
Mm. Yeah, that's a great question, Lee. I organize my posts. I organize my ideas by categories and topics, and then I put my ideas onto a calendar. So on my calendar, I have a visual idea of where I've put my different posts. Um, I think that's probably what. Is that
Mm.
how you do it, James?
Yeah,
You
though
you you have a
I do the
calendar.
first two things, kind of have a table, but I don't really organize with a visual calendar
Mm,
nowadays. So that's a little bit different. I think it's kind of a personal preference. Maybe you're a more visual person, then I don't really care that much. At least as long as I'm not repeating the same post, I'm fine. So yeah, I mean, category topics. Try to find a way to separate your posts and then make sure you know when you post it and you can recycle them. It's good. Jack is really good program. Thank you, Jack. Lori, take the 21 challenge is well worth the time. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that very much. Now, LinkedIn user, I plan to take the challenge second time soon. Thank you. I'll see you again in the challenge.
mm.
Um, thanks very much. Very helpful. Thank you, guys. So we're gonna
Great.
answer maybe another one or two questions. Then I think will be is for today. So one more question, Thomas. How do you engage conversation, reply dialogue in your posts?
Ask questions. Yep. Um, ask a question at the end of your post to invite your audience to say something, and then reply to their comments. Always reply to their comments. Thank them, at the very least. Thank them for commenting, and comment on what they've said. Like a conversation.
Yeah, it is a good reminder too, Hannah. Sometimes I do a content review to check on the client's content. There are like a lot of comments they never responded to. So think about this: if you comment on somebody's post, you never got a response. Would you be more likely to comment on their post again, or less likely to comment on their post again? Right? Think about that. Just put yourself in their shoes. Right? Somebody left a comment on your post. Never receive a response, even a thank you or nothing. How likely are you going to comment on their post again? Right? Think about that, right? I'm seeing a lot of comments on some teachers' posts they never responded to. Maybe they just didn't see it. So you have to be very careful with the notification. Or you can just manually check your posts. Sometimes you don't get a notification. You want to check maybe the post you posted the last few days, right? Make sure you're not missing any of these comments. It's very, very important, okay? Guys, James, this was great. I'm signing up for the challenge in September. Awesome. I'll see you in September. Thank you, guys. I look forward to the IC workshop on that topic. Thanks for this interview. Super information here. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll leave Hannah to wrap this up. Any final things you want to share with the audience, Hannah, before we finish this up?
Yeah, just I think main thing is just be consistent, find your voice, listen to your niche, and finally have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Having fun, that's the importance. If you hate posting, you're not gonna be very good at posting. Having fun. Think about why you're not having fun of posting. I am having fun. I just like engagement with my niche. They ask great questions. They share the story with me. I just like it. If you're not having fun of posting, something can be fixed. Something can be fixed, and you have to fix that. All right, guys. Pam, make them feel valued. That's great, guys. So much. Thank you guys so much. And that's a great interview. Thank you again, Hannah, for joining us. And if you guys have any questions, if you feel like Hannah can help you a little bit with the content, don't hesitate to reach out to her. She's in the inner circle, and reach out to her for sure. She's always there to help. I'm here to help as well. See you guys next time, okay? We're gonna have a next interview next month. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you again. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.